If you're still alive, your dream is too. There's something so beautiful about the way kids dream out loud. They say it with their whole heart. They believe it's possible because the world has not taught them to shrink the dream. And the truth is, some kids who dream of playing in the NHL really do get there. Some artists become the artists they pictured. Some athletes step onto the field and live the life they imagined. I'm not saying this to take away from them or discredit how hard they worked. Those stories are real and they deserve to be celebrated. But there is another reality too. There are people who dream just as deeply and love something with everything they have, but still do not make it to the version of the dream they pictured. That was my reality. I wanted to play professional soccer. I did not want it because I was chasing fame or because I needed people to know my name. I wanted it because I loved the game. I loved the feeling of being on the field. I loved the way everything else disappeared for a while, and all that mattered was the game in front of me. My mom supported me every step of the way. My dad believed in my dreams so much that he built a soccer field in our backyard. He never made me feel silly for wanting something big. He never told me it was impossible. My parents allowed me to dream. They gave me room to believe that something big could belong to me. But even when a dream is real, life can still step in. For some people, it's an injury. For others, it's uncertainty, timing, money, pressure, or the simple reality of needing to survive. It's not always one dramatic moment that changes everything. Sometimes it's a series of small moments that slowly pulls you in another direction. At first, you think you'll come back to it when life calms down. Then life keeps moving. Bills keep coming. Responsibilities keep growing. Work, rent, groceries, expectations, and the pressure to figure everything out begins to fill the space where the dream used to live. I think this happens to many of us. Whether you're an athlete, a musician, an artist, a writer, an actor, a photographer, a dancer, a creator, a dreamer, and anyone who carries a version of themselves that they're not ready to let go. But growing up does not have to mean abandoning the person who once dreamed so freely. It can mean learning how to protect that part of yourself in a different way. For me, the dream was never about soccer. Soccer was where I first discovered passion. It was where I learned discipline, joy, commitment, heartbreak, and what it meant to come alive. Your dream may not look exactly like it did when you were 10 years old, and that's okay. You have changed, so it makes sense the dream might change too. You have grown, you have survived things, you have learned things, you have become someone with more depth, more experience, and more to give. So the dream can grow with you. It does not have to become a career to still matter. It can look like coaching, writing again, painting in the evenings, joining a recreational league, starting the podcast, opening the notebook, signing up for the class, picking up the camera, or creating something simply because it reminds you of who you are. Some things are not meant to be measured by money, status, or success. Some things exist because they feed your soul. So if the dream feels far away right now, do not see that distance as proof that it is over. See it as a quiet invitation to come back to yourself. You do not have to have the whole path figured out. You only have to be honest enough to admit that it still matters. Maybe the dream will not look the way it did when you were a kid. Maybe it will not happen on the same timeline, in the same place, or in the same way you imagined. But that does not mean you failed. It means the dream is asking to meet the version of you that exists now. So start there. Take the class, write the paper, pick up the ball, paint the canvas, record the episode, go for the run, send the message, try again, even if it's small, and even if no one sees it. Somewhere inside of you, there's still a younger version of yourself who remembers what it feels like to come alive. So keep going. Keep going even if it feels far away. Keep going even if the path looks different now. Keep going even if you have to start small. Keep going even if no one else understands why it still matters. Because the dream may have changed shape, but it still has not disappeared. Before you go, I want to leave you with a question. What is one dream you still think about, even if you have not said it out loud in a while? If this episode spoke to you, leave a comment and share your answer. And if you want more letters like this, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can keep growing together. With love, a letter to you. What do you want to be when you grow up? A professional hunter. Professional napper? I don't know. Stay tuned.